So I put this, I'm going to put this up on stream. So this is the art from 1000 Years of War. And this is Illyria and Turalyon standing in Hellfire Peninsula. I'm like 90% certain because the skybox is even the fucking same. But look at this planet right here. If you, and I think we did this before, if you take the map of Draenor, fucking rotate it and superimpose it over this, it looks like this is Draenor. And it's whole. And the land masses are all there. And it's got water. And it's like a blue planet. If these are land masses, which is what they appear to be, there is also the possibility that that's not what it is. And that's a misconception. There is this, however, this very large celestial body. I don't really know what this is. It looks like a moon. I don't know what this is, but you see it in the sky near Draenor, I believe in Outland as well. Like this skybox, I think is pretty, almost accurate, almost true to... Yo, that's fucked up. What if that blue fucking thing in the sky in Outland is meant to symbolize Draenor and the art team just like didn't fucking nail it back then or like didn't fucking give it away enough? Because what I'm suggesting is like that this reality that they're walking in is like severed from this. And you see this big fucking moon? The fact that this is broken and shattered makes me really think that like this is what broke. And like what they're standing on, it came from this. I know that sounds fucking crazy. Let me show you something though. The Emerald Dream has these like, how do I put this? There's no other way to say this other than that. I think that the pattern that is on this moon thing just for some reason reminds me a lot of how they depict the Emerald Dream on this map. And I don't think that the Emerald Dream necessarily is something that has only ever existed or can exist on Azeroth. It exists as a part of, tangentially, to reality, I think, the same way that the Shadowlands does. So I think that that would potentially imply that, like, Draenor can do that as well. And I think that Draenor, alternate Draenor, I think you literally can go through the dream to get back to Azeroth. I think that might be canonically true, but someone has to check me on that. But basically, it makes me wonder if, like, essentially they're existing in, like, I don't know how to put this. Like, I want to say, like, a shattered illusion, but that's not right. It's like they're existing in a shard of reality that's severed from what actually still exists there. And if that's the case, it makes me wonder if, you know, it makes me question a lot of things, dude. It just makes me wonder if time flows differently as well. Like, if you break reality to the extent that Ner'zhul did when he used the Scepter of Sargeras to do this, like, what does that do to time? Like, what is that? What is the actual effect of that? So I don't know. There's this, dude. You guys, you really should listen to this. It's like an hour and a half long, but it's free. It's on the World of Warcraft channel. This is part 1. It's 1,000 Years of War, part 1. This is a short story. It's a canon audio drama about Illyria and Turalyon when they went in with the Alliance expedition into Draenor to stop the fucking Legion. This is way back then when they originally went in. So this is after the Shattering, when fucking Ner'zhul destroyed the world with the Scepter of Sargeras, and this is apparently the result. So, and listen, in this fucking audio drama, it says, and this is from Legion, it actually says, it emphasizes several times how they were standing in Draenor, but that they were not truly there. That it looked like Draenor, it sounded like Draenor, but it wasn't Draenor. And I think that the way that they emphasize that in this short story, this could be misinterpretation, but I think they're doing that to emphasize that this really isn't Draenor. Like, what Outland is really is not Draenor. And if that's the case, if this is a crackpot theory, if alternate Draenor was true Draenor, then that means the Legion didn't corrupt and destroy it completely. In fact, they kept it all inside of Tanaan Jungle. And this is gonna fuck you up, chat. This is gonna fuck you up. And it means that when they fucked everything up, which the Legion heavily occupied Outlands, that means that they were basically destroying a reality that wasn't real, that was severed from actual reality. And so that they, and this is a fucked up way to look at it, but that they weren't necessarily doing actual harm. Now, I can't prove any of that. And it's a crackpot theory, and it's probably wrong. But it's this audio drama, this art, how it all comes together is the type of thing that makes me think of these theories in the way that I do. So anyway, you should definitely fucking listen to this. They're super, super, super good. If I remember correctly, they tried to summon Anzu back to break into the Emerald Dream from Outlands. I think that is correct. Because, yeah, what you read about them in Chronicle Volume 2, yeah, that makes me wonder about the other Chronicle volumes as well. All of that information could potentially be written from their perspective. I need to reread them. No. Fuck. No. 1,000 Years of War is dope as fuck. Yeah, the narration is sick.
Our resources.
Her arrow had landed perhaps 200 paces away. They walked to it together. The distance passed in silence. Tyralion had his hammer in hand, but he felt quiet jubilance. She had found him. It had been a brutal battle at the Dark Portal, unlike anything he had ever experienced. He had fought the Horde across 2 worlds, but he had never seen them desperate. At the Black Temple, their war...
I have to go back to this.
Tyralion was calm. 2 bright lights.
Orcs aren't real!
Tyralion stood alone, unmoving, silently witnessing the death of a world. It had been only hours since the sealing of the Dark Portal. The land of Draenor crumbled, continents cracked open, the oceans heaved and boiled. Huge chunks of earth were thrown into the sky, and there they stayed, aloft, spinning slowly, refusing to fall back to the ground. Reality itself was unraveling. Tyralion was calm. He was not afraid. The light was with him, even here in this strange place. This was not Draenor. It looked like Draenor, yes, but he was not truly there. The cracked red plains of Hellfire Peninsula stretched out beneath his feet, yes, but he was not truly there. In the distance, he could see the hastily wrought Alliance staging ground, on a hold, stubbornly withstanding the quakes and tremors. And yet, he was not truly there.
You don't repeat things like that 3 times with that much emphasis for no reason. He is not, they're not on Draenor. This place is not Draenor. It's not at all. I get what they're saying, but when you look at the sky and you see a planet that appears as though it could be Draenor, that is fucking alarming. It makes you think, what the fuck is Outland? What the fuck is it? Is Outland some fucking shard of Draenor that bridges, like, to Azeroth? Like, what the fuck is it? What is it? I don't know.
Tyralion had been there, of course. Only a few hours ago, he had been fighting for his life there. Hellfire Peninsula had been filled with orcs, Alliance soldiers, broken war machines, the corpses of the fallen, discarded weapons, and all the other detritus of battle. He saw none of that.
And remember,
now.
Hellfire Peninsula is where, I believe... No, no. It's, yeah, it is Tenan Jungle is Hellfire. So I think it's super fucking interesting that an alternate Draenor is what we call it. It makes you wonder, just makes you wonder, which Velen is the real Velen? What if the Draenei and the Velen that exist from... I'm gonna fuck you up here. What if those ones that exist, that came in from Outland, what if those are not the originals? How fucked up would that be? What if the Velen that sacrificed himself at the end of alternate Draenor, Warlords of Draenor, is the real Velen? What if the other one is an infiltrator? What if he is not who we think he is? I mean, Draenei aren't real. Wake up, sheeple. Sleeper Agent Velen. I'm actually kind of not joking, though. I'm actually kind of not joking about that. Here, let it finish.
There was no sign a battle had ever taken place. Only empty, dead ground surrounded him. He was offered a view of Draenor's...
I don't see Velen as being actively malicious either. No, I'm fucking memeing, dude. Come on. Do you not see this huge, stupid smile across my face? Like, let me entertain you here. God damn it.
But no, he was not truly there.
Prophet Velen.
He was
Infiltrator.
in another realm, one he did not know. The skies were dark, twisting, filled with strange, conflicting powers. He could see entire worlds hanging in the distance, seemingly close enough to touch, and yet unimaginably far away. He felt the light intermingling with the shadow. He felt the primal, uncontrolled forces of chaos and order, life and death clashing here.
By the way, this is in the Twisting Nether. So the Twisting Nether is everything he just said. The Twisting Nether is not just a realm of chaos. You hear what he just said? He named all of it right there. Light and shadow, life and death, chaos and order. It's all here in the Twisting Nether. That's very interesting. Did you know that Chronicle specifically states that Sargeras was the Titan who went out of his way to study the Twisting Nether and actually learn about its properties and what it is? Chronicle doesn't talk about the other Titans learning about it, like, at all. It's a realm between realities. So Outland might be a sharded fragment, fake reality, a realm between realities that exists in the Twisting Nether. It's real, but it's not in reality because you're in another plane of existence. So what could have even happened to Draenor after this occurred? Who knows? Who knows?